Hon, if you can hear me, I can't find a non-explicit version of The Choice Is Yours.
Okay. Mm.
Like, they're all horrible.
Maybe kids bop or something. Yeah. You have the recording running, by the way.
Huh?
But you have the
Oh,
recording running.
I didn't even realize. Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you all for being here with us for our orientation. This is our spring series 2025. We are so excited to be with you this evening. We're going to be covering information, crucial information for you all to know so you can be successful in this series. My name is Latoya Dawkins. I am one of the directors of this series. And I'm also one of the curriculum and instructional designers with SOAR, Hospitality and Travel. And we have a lot of our board members on the line, which we'll introduce to you later today, including our CEO and founder and president, also, Miss Rosie McCamery. And so we're just really excited to have all of you with us. We hope that you have a notebook if you want to take down some notes. And again, this is being recorded, so you'll be able to refer back to this video if you need to at a later time. All right, so any questions with what I just announced? Drop in the chat where you are. I would love to know what county, state, city you're coming from so we can just say hello. All right, so as you're doing that, I'm going to proceed with our presentation for this evening. The first thing we're going to be showing you this evening is a video. This is our SOAR promotion video, so you know a little bit more about what we do.
Hi, I'm Rosie McCamery, and I am the founder and CEO of SOAR Hospitality and Travel. As a nonprofit organization, our mission is to empower our youth to become future change agents, excelling in their academics while leading the charge in the fields of hospitality, tourism, business, and entrepreneurship. Simply put, our goal is to encourage our youth by improving their self-esteem, strengthening their leadership abilities and qualities, developing their business etiquette, fostering independent thinking, and creating opportunities that can transcend into any business or entrepreneurial career path desired. Our programs are designed to meet our scholars where they are. We offer impactful experiences through hands-on simulations and interactive engagement. Whether virtual or in person, our scholars are stimulated and encouraged to partake in innovative and forward-thinking dialogue. Our classes are taught by some of the nation's most experienced entrepreneurs, educators, and other subject matter experts in their respective fields. We foster an environment where respect, camaraderie, integrity, and excellence are not just terms, but practicing lifestyles. The resources we provide and our work to expand our reach through external collaborations, sponsorships, and partnerships continue to evolve, helping to bring much-needed light to those in dark places. Interested in partnering with us? Or perhaps you'd like to sponsor one of our scholars? Well, there are endless opportunities for you to get involved. Visit us on our website at www.letsoarnj.org for more information or contact us at info@letsoarnj.org. Together, we accomplish more. Let's soar!
All right, excellent. So I hope that gave you further insights into all that we do. I know that you are here for the business and entrepreneurship orientation, but our organization does so much more. And we hope that as you spend time with us, you'll be able to get exposed to the other things that our organization does. And hopefully you can be there and join us for those other opportunities. So at this time, I'm going to move forward with our orientation for today and go over what our schedule will look like. So tonight is our program orientation. So we're already kicking it off this evening. And then tomorrow starts our class. So for the virtual classes, that will begin tomorrow at 6:30. So you will actually use the exact same link, and the class for tomorrow will be Fundamentals of Banking and Financial Management, and the instructor will be Shakira Moran. All right. And then she will also be your instructor on Thursday with Fundamentals of Budgeting. So we call this Green Week because we're covering all things money. So you're going to be learning about the benefits of a debit card, the benefits of a credit card. You're going to be learning about savings, checking accounts. You're going to be learning about taxes, revenue, all the things. All right. So again, please come ready with your notebooks, pens, and papers. And so that would conclude our first week. And then the following week, you'll also notice that we have our virtual classes listed right in front of you. On Thursdays, I'll also note that we have a hybrid schedule as well. So other scholars in our hybrid cohort will be joining us virtually as well. So you'll see that for this Thursday as well as all other Thursdays and one Wednesday moving forward. Um, so then next week we have classes on Tuesday and Thursday, same schedule, 6:30, same link. We start to get into the bread and butter of our program, fundamentals of business and fundamentals of entrepreneurship. This is where you really want to start to zone in, so we can get you all ready for your end of course assessment and projects. So that class is going to be taught by Dr. Mimi, who is with us here today on the call. So we're so excited to have her instructing with us. She will be instructing with us for the first time. So we're really excited about that. And then for week 3, that's where the classes are a bit different, just with the addition of the Wednesday class. So we will have class on Tuesday at 6:30 to 8, same link, same time, same place, as well as Tuesday and Thursday. And so the first 2 classes that week on Tuesday and Wednesday will be with Professor JR. And then the last class that week on Thursday, again, will be combined with our hybrid cohort, and that will be Fundamentals of Pitching. All right, so that concludes all the instructional classes for the virtual series. And then I'll move forward to um, week 4. So if you see right at the top of your screen, that's when the end of course business pitch will be. That will be on April 8th. That is a Tuesday on Zoom, 6:30 to 8. So we are still working through the details of the business pitch. There will be a lot of you to have to review for the pitch, which is a great problem to have, that there'll be so many of you who will be pitching that class. So you will see in some material that will be available to you in the Google Classroom. We have a in the project guide. And so as we get closer to that time, we'll be able to fully share with you what your end of course business pitch will look like. Okay. So that concludes our fundamentals schedule. Does anyone have any questions before I move into what our advanced schedule will look like? I'm just checking the chat just to make sure. All right, we got people joining from all over, North Carolina. Awesome. Costa Rica. Oh my goodness. International joining here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Maryland. Great. All right. Any questions again about the fundamental schedule? This is the time to ask any questions. Parents, please feel free to unmute as well. Ask your questions. We want to make sure everyone has all the information. All right. Well, no further questions. If you are joining us again for the advanced, we will have a break in between the fundamentals and the advanced cohorts. And then the advanced series will begin on Tuesday, April 22nd. So again, when you applied for the series, you may have only chosen fundamentals, and that's fine. Once you go through the fundamentals, if you feel like, hey, I want to come back, I want to join you all for advanced, that is completely fine. Very easy to update your application. So that's okay. Have no fear if you're thinking, hey, why are they talking about advance? I didn't sign up for that. We just want to make sure you have all the information so you know how to move forward within the series. Also note, we do the same schedule in the fall. So should you say, this is great, thank you for the information, I'll see you guys in the fall, that's more than fine too. We'd be happy to welcome you back. So the biggest difference with the advanced series, I should say, excuse me, advanced cohort, is that the classes are a little bit longer. So instead of 6:30 to 8, like our fundamentals class, the advanced classes are from 6:30 to 8:30. So you could take a look at those classes on your screen. Again, it follows the same schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, 6:30 to 8:30, with that additional half an hour time. And then again, the last week is going to be an additional, I'm sorry, not the last week, the 6th week is going to be an additional class on Wednesday. Okay. All right. And then as we move forward, we have the last class on May 13th. That will be with me. I teach that class virtually. And then we will have our end of course pitch. And so again, further information about what that will look like will be forthcoming. All right, so micro credential certificate. So as being a part of this series, for the fundamentals cohort as well as the advanced cohort, you will receive a micro credential certificate. And so this is just to further show your commitment and dedication to the program. So it's an external showing of that. These can be added to your resume. We were working through some LinkedIn opportunities, so we'll follow up with you on that. But it's a great, great opportunity to just show that you were a part of this program. Think about for your college applications or just different things that you want to do, jobs you want to apply to, internships you want to apply to. So it's an extension of showing that you have successfully completed the program. So I'm going to advance in the presentation, and we have a video to just give you a little bit more information about that.
Hi, I'm Rosie. I am the founder and CEO of S.O.A.R Hospitality and Travel. Welcome to our exciting community. We offer a variety of programs, including the Spring Virtual Business AMP, Entrepreneurship Youth Bootcamp, the Summer Hospitality and Travel Youth Bootcamp, and the Fall Virtual Business AMP, Entrepreneurship Youth Bootcamp. All of these classes are completely free and provide valuable knowledge and growth opportunities in the entrepreneurial and hospitality industries. We encourage students in grades 9 to 12 nationwide to enroll. When you enroll in our programs and complete them, you'll receive a micro-credential or digital badge from us, recognizing your achievements and skills. So, what is a micro-credential? In simple terms, micro-credentials are bite-sized certifications that you earn by mastering specific skills or completing smaller portions of a course. Now, you might be wondering why this is such a big deal. Micro-credentials validate your skills and enhance your resume. They demonstrate your commitment to personal and professional growth, and the best part is that you can proudly add them to your LinkedIn profile and resume. Imagine this: with your new skills, you have a fantastic tool at your disposal, and voila, you get hired. Come level up your skills and future-proof your career with us. For more information, follow us at www.letsoarnj.org. Let's soar together.
Excellent. Yes, let's soar together. Any questions about that, the micro credential certificate? No, you all are so quiet. I see Nicole smiling. Maybe she has a question. All right. Well, if you do have any questions again, please feel free to let us know. You can raise your virtual hand or your physical hand or drop some questions in the chat and we will be happy to help you. All right.
I think
So,
Adrian has a hands up. Adrian may have a question.
oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, thank you. I was wondering if recertification is necessary, or does it this last, is it no expiration? Does it need to like be renewed?
No, there's no expiration.
Thank you.
Sure. Great question. Any other questions? Right now, the setting is set to where if your camera is off, I don't see your hand. So please forgive me if I do miss you, but feel free to also just, drop in the chat or just unmute and, we'll be
I'll
able.
let you know if anybody have
Oh,
their hand up.
thanks.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you, Dr. Mimi. I appreciate that. All right. So now let's meet our SOAR team. How do we get all this done? Right? You must be wondering, how do they do all these marvelous, wonderful things for our scholars year after year after year? I will show you how. Our team. All right, so we are going to start with our founder and CEO, Miss Rosie McCamery. You will be hearing from her later. She's going to be sharing details about our hybrid model, as well as details about our upcoming internship. Kayla says, does this go to our school's record? At the moment, this does not go to your school record, but you are welcome to share it with your school. Absolutely. I actually advise that if you want to share it with your guidance counselor, work with your parents to let them know that you did complete this program. And I'm sure they'll be able to guide you on how to best, utilize it as you apply for different opportunities. Once we pass the class, yes, you do get a certificate. I'm just looking at some of the questions I missed earlier. It does not go, someone asked about the transcript. So I'm not sure if you mean college transcript. It does not go on your college transcript. But basically how I shared it is basically how it will be utilized. So it's going to be shared with you personally. And then you, along with your parents, your guidance counselor, mentors, anyone that's supporting you on your future career journeys, us, we can support you with that as well. We can support you with where and how you want to use it. But basically, it's an additional external representation that you've completed this program. Okay. Anyone else have any other questions? Miss Rosie, do you want to add anything to what I just shared?
Nope, you're doing a phenomenal job, Toya.
Okay.
I'm just going to add that while it might not necessarily be on your transcript or it doesn't go on your college paperwork or whatever, it's a great point that you can sell when you're doing your personal statement.
Yeah.
So you can just add to your personal statement that I completed, a certification in so so and so. That's an additional credit. That shows that you're proactive, right? You're trying to be a step ahead, and that shows that you're dedicated to education and you want to be successful.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mimi. And we actually have in advance, we actually have a resume building class as well that Miss Rosie herself teaches. So we could definitely go over that of how to apply and best use that certificate. But these are great questions. Thank you all for asking those. It's a great benefit. All right, so we also have our vice president, Mr. Leon McCamery. He's also the spouse, the husband of Miss Rosie McCamery. He has an MBA, and it's a great addition to all the work that we do. We have Chef Andre Blassingame, our COO, wonderful asset to all that we do as well. He is joining us from Costa Rica today. He's the one that said he's there doing the wonderful work that he does in culinary arts. So we thank him for being with us here today. We also have our HR director, Miss Tiana Garner. You will definitely become familiar with this name. She will be contacting you and your parents to ensure that you are well and that you feel supported and that you're able to join the classes, that you have the schedule, when they are occurring. And so please look out for communication from her. Okay, we also have Miss Chastity Kennedy. So she is my counterpart, one of the other curriculum and instructional designers. She's also one of the co-directors of the Hospitality and Travel series that runs in the summer and winter. So should you want any information about that series, her as well as Chef Andre Blassingame, who's also the other co-director for that series, will be happy to answer any questions you may have. This is myself, as I shared and introduced myself earlier, Professor JR. You will definitely see him. He's also an instructor for the Fundamental series. He is one of the co-directors of the Fundamental Business and Entrepreneurship series. And so definitely another asset to our program, and also my husband. So I have to say that. No, I'm just kidding. We also have Miss Crystal, or Miss C, as we lovingly refer to her as. She is also one of the directors of our Vb&E program. So we're excited for her to join us in this series and be a wonderful asset. And she also is one of the instructors for the advanced cohort. Miss Isabel, she is our Director of Finance. She is here with us on the call today, always supporting as she usually does. So she does all things finance and helps us keep things flowing. And then we also have our Senior Ambassador, Miss Naomi Garner. She is currently pursuing her dreams of becoming a Marine, or rather, I should say she is a Marine, but continuing her studies and growth, career growth with the Marines. And so she is a big part of our program. All right, so that is our full team. So we are now going to move into our partner instructors. So who is going to be instructing all of these wonderful classes that we have planned for you? So all of the instructors that you're going to see today are a part of our hybrid schedule, in addition to our virtual schedule, just for some of you who may only be joining us virtually. We have Miss Shakira Moran, who kicked us off today in person. So grateful for her. And she's also going to be instructing our virtual class tomorrow. We have Miss Regina Robinson. We get to know a lot more about her in the future. I had the pleasure of meeting her. Just a wonderful, wonderful asset to our program. Dr. Mimi, who you had the pleasure of hearing earlier. Also a wonderful addition to our program this year. Very excited for you all to be instructed by her both virtually and in person. We have, oh, excuse me, just virtually. Sorry about that. A lot of instructors. We have Miss Kiana. She's going to be teaching our Pitch Perfect class. So we look forward to having her. And then I'll briefly go through our advanced instructors, Miss Tiandra Robinson, Professor Mario Gray, Professor Samiko, Professor Tommy Holloway. All right, so those are all of our instructors for our entire virtual business and entrepreneurship series, as well as our hybrid model as well. So you've been hearing me say hybrid model, hybrid model. What is that? So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our CEO and founder, Ms. Rosie McCamery, and she's going to give you information about that.
Thank you, Ms. Latoya. Good evening to everyone on the line. Very, very excited to see you all virtually. Our hybrid program is here. We've worked on sort of merging our classes together, or fusing them, having the ability to do both in-person and virtual instruction. And so that opportunity was made available to us through the United Way and the Workforce Innovation Act, which is the WIOA, it stands for WIOA, through the Department of Labor. And so we're partnering with them. We're actually working in two different high schools, or with two different groups of high school students here in New Jersey, one in Elizabeth and then the other in Plainfield. And so we're really excited about that. What that means for you all is that we're going to have just a very robust class, 3 cohorts in one. And so on Mondays, we're in Elizabeth, which is where we were today, kicking off our first class with the financial management with Miss Shakira Moran. And then on tomorrow, she'll be teaching again online, but we'll also be in Plainfield High School. So we're just really excited about having the opportunity to be in person, to teach our curriculum in person to students locally, and hopefully, eventually expand on that. And so that is what our hybrid learning model is currently. Again, this is our first time doing that. And we kicked it off with a bang earlier today. Our classes are earlier in the day, between or from 3 to 5 p.m. And then I run home and I get online so that I can make it for the 6:30 class. So that's what it is. Hopefully we can extend, or rather expand, our access with that to other schools. But that is where we are right now with the hybrid. So as Ms. Latoya mentioned, she gave you all the rundown of the schedule. On Mondays will be, in Mondays and Tuesdays will be in person, but then on Thursdays and I get at least 2 of the Wednesdays throughout the series, everyone will be online, virtual together. So you'll have your virtual component, and then on those Thursdays and then those Wednesdays, everyone will join together, and you'll get to see a full sort of robust cohort. Right now, we have about 24 virtual students from both schools combined. We'll have upward of about 40 students. So total, we'll have about 60 students or more. So it's a huge undertaking, but we're extremely excited for that opportunity. And I'm going to pass the mic back to Ms. Latoya. Does anyone have any questions? Sorry. Don't ever want to miss the opportunity to ask questions or answer any. All right, we're going right into the S.O.A.R International Internship. Burr, burr, burr. We need Chef Dre for this one. So if you do not know, one of the very key sort of initiatives that we've done, and we've done it for the last 3 years now, and one of the very exciting things about our program and the incentives of our program is that we go international, right? So in 2023, we had our inaugural internship to Jamaica. Last year, we went to Barbados, and this year, we're taking it all the way to Costa Rica. So Chef Dre is there now, making the connections. He is our connection down there in Costa Rica. He's been doing classes and teaching culinary courses down there for some time. And now we have an opportunity to join him down there as a cohort ourselves. And we'll be there teaching classes. We'll be there helping, in the resorts, and doing whatever we need to do, working on an international scale, which is something that you probably have never even done before, nor have you ever heard of being done at a high school level with a program sort of our nature, right? And so this is really something that sets us apart from other organizations really anywhere. And so we're really excited about that. You all will have the opportunity to, do your pitch presentations and your end of course presentations, where you're actually going to do your slide decks and all of that. And from that, we will determine, just based on a host of criteria, we're going to determine as an executive team who gets to go with us to Costa Rica. There's about 60 students. Only 15 of those students will actually get to go with us. The internship itself is free, but you have to raise your money. right? And that's where we come in. We help support that. We do fundraisers where everyone is involved. No one is going to get a free pass. So even if you do make it to the second round of, or rather to the next round, and now you're qualified to go on this internship, you also have to do the work to raise the capital with that as well. It's all about the experience. And learning how to raise that money. So we're excited about that. We're going to Costa Rica. Hopefully you all are excited and will join us. Back to you, Miss Latoya. And I don't know if Chef Dre or he's in Costa Rica right now. I'm not sure if he's able to say a few words with where he is and just shed some light there. If not, we'll certainly circle back around to that. All right, back to you, Miss Latoya.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Rosie, for sharing information about the hybrid learning and as well as this very exciting internship opportunity. So please feel free to ask any questions that you may have that may come up. One of our directors are always present in the classes. So if you have any questions, you can always ask. Go ahead, Hitesh.
Yeah, so with the internship, what are some things that we'll be able to do if we get qualified for it?
Great question. I'll turn it back to Miss Rosie.
Absolutely. So there is a two-part component with that. And so in the past, and what we're hoping to do here in Costa Rica, we have our youth, I forget what the name of it is called. It's our entrepreneurial workshop, right? Where our students will actually go down to Costa Rica and teach local students there. Some of the modules that we'll be teaching you online, you'll actually get to take that information and you'll get to teach it in person to students and local residents down there in Costa Rica. And then the second part of that, and that's for the workshop component. For the second, yes, thank you. Young Boss Peer-to-Peer. Thank you, Miss Isabel. See, our team is on point. Our Young Boss Peer-to-Peer entrepreneurial workshop, where you'll get to teach some of the modules that we teach you all online. You'll get to teach it in person to the students down there or locals down there in Costa Rica. And then the second part of that, for our hospitality and travel component, you actually will get to work. So we're going to be collaborating with local resorts and locally owned hotels and resorts down there where we'll be staying as well. And you'll also get to work in those resorts. So you'll either be working kitchen, you could be working front desk, you'll be doing maintenance, you'll be doing housekeeping, you name it. It's the whole, the sort of full circle, whole gamut of experience within hospitality and travel, and also on the business and entrepreneurship side. And then also getting your side and also getting your feet wet with being able to teach what you've learned. So putting what you've learned into practice.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Rosie. And there was a question about how we choose who goes to the internship.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that, just for the sake of time tonight. That will certainly be something that's going to be discussed throughout the series. And so, just look out for that information. We're absolutely going to share with you all what's going to be required in order for you all to participate in the internship, or to qualify anyway. Mommy.
Great. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Miss Rosie. So we are moving right along. And as she shared, we'll be able to continue to answer questions as we go throughout the series. So now we're going to take some time to get to know you. If you can scan the QR code on your screen. I see some folks grabbing another device. That's totally fine. All right, so go ahead and join us. I'm going to stop sharing so I can transition us over. We are actually going to be doing something called Mentimeter. This is a platform that we had the ability to use last year. And so we're really excited to continue to use it. It's just an additional way to engage you all virtually in a fun way. All right, I see some of you in there. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're in there. So this is a little game called This or That. My plan was to have some good old school Black Sheep music going on for you in the background. But for the sake of time, we're just going to keep moving forward. So I see some of you already in there answering. Yes, this is not just for the scholars. Anyone on the call can join. We can see how we have some things in common with each other. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And so this is called This or That. And so I was going to play, you can get with this or you can get with that. Hopefully I'm not showing my age, but what's done is done. All right. So cats or dogs? Cats or dogs? I only see 9 responses, but we got 23 folks on the call. Come on and join us. Let us know what you choose, cats or dogs. So it looks like we have more dogs than cats, but I have to say the cat answer is pretty high. It's higher than I thought. Okay. I see some answers in the chat. Still pretty divided. Okay. Wow. I was expecting a higher answer there. All
I
right,
was going
let's
to
keep
say, Miss
moving
Latoya,
forward.
some of them are actually answering in the chat because they're on their phones. So I don't think they can duel in with the Mentimeter.
You can do it. You would just have to switch back and forth between your screens. It can be done if you want to see the results, or you can answer on your phone. So if you don't want, I'm going to be saying what the answers are out loud. So if you want to respond on your phone, I'll be saying which one won. Okay, just so you all can participate. All right, so the next one is Marvel or DC. So Marvel is winning by a landslide. Well, not too much of a landslide. All right, awesome, awesome. Let's keep moving forward. Let's see some answers in the chat. Marvel, Marvel, Marvel. Uh-oh. Yeah, Marvel's definitely in the lead. All right, you don't like Batman, you don't like Superman, I get it. All right, tropical or snowy? If you had a choice, where would you want a vacation? Tropical or snowy? Ugh, yeah. Looks like you all want to go to Costa Rica. All right, awesome, awesome. Thank you all. All right, I see more folks are joining. Great job. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Hot coffee or hot tea? Ooh, hot tea? Wow. Uh-oh. It's tied. Let's see. Can someone break the tie? Let's see the chat. Let's see here. Coffee, although, okay, so coffee one. Sorry about that, tea. Next time. All right, iced coffee or iced tea? Maybe the temperature is a game changer. Okay. I think the temperature was a game changer. Let's see in the chat. Iced coffee, iced tea, iced tea. Okay. Sweet or salty? This could be your meal. This could be your candy. By candy, I guess I mean chocolate. All right. Sweet. Understood. Understood. Hard candy, soft candy. Soft. Okay. So we have our, what are some of the sauce? Starburst, maybe Swedish fish, right? I like the watermelon ones. Let's see here. Hard candy. Okay, Olivia. Maybe you're a Jolly Rancher fan. I get it. All right. Basketball or football? Basketball or football? Go Eagles? Are we saying that? Or are we saying go Chiefs? Which one are we saying? Okay, go Eagles, basketball, go Vikings. Okay. All right. Morning sunshine or night owl? Oh, a lot more morning people. Morning sunshine, night owl, night owl. And I believe this is our last one. Who does it better? Do you want to watch the movie or do you want to read the book? Who does it better? Okay, movie for sure. All right. Well, thank you all for participating in that. I appreciate that. It was just a fun way for us to get to know each other a little bit better. I'm going to go back to our presentation. Bear with me 1 second. All right, great. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about just overall student engagement and expectations. And so, as I shared earlier, a copy of our standard operating practices can be found in your Google Classroom. And actually, my next slide is to show you the Google Classroom. And so, we're looking for you to be present, actively participate. And so, what does that mean to be present and actively participate? So, we want you to be in your most least, I know I'm saying, it sounds like I'm saying two different things, but we want you to be in your most least distracted place, right? Where can you be in your home as you attend classes virtually where you are least distracted, right? So only you know your home best. And so that's where we encourage you to be. We want to see your wonderful faces. We want to see your cameras on. And again, actively engaging. We want to hear your voices. We want to see your comments in the chat. We want to know if you have questions, comments, all those things. Okay. Come prepared. So, what does that mean? If there are things that your instructor tells you to maybe refer to the Google Classroom with to see if you had any thoughts or questions, or if your instructor asks you to brainstorm some ideas about your business, do that, okay? Come to class prepared. When you know there's a class on, let's say tomorrow we're going into fundamentals of banking, and you've always had a pressing question in your head about that. Come to class with those questions, okay? The instructors wants to hear those. Respect your peers and instructors. We are here in this virtual space together. We want to make this a positive learning experience. And so be respectful. Obviously be mindful of the words that you say, the things you put in the chat, all those things. We actually have really never had too much of an issue in this area. We know that you all are committing to this time, investing your time. And so we just want you to get the best out of the experience. And so we are going to partner with you in terms of that respect for everyone in the series. Embrace diversity and inclusivity. So we are all diverse. There's no end to the diversity that is a part of this series. So we want to embrace that. This is an inclusive environment where all voices can be heard. And so, however you need support, whatever you need, we'd be happy to support you and partner with you to make sure you have access to everything. If you need additional time for something, if you need to stay after class to get a better understanding of something that was expressed during class, let us know, let your instructor know, and we'll be happy to accommodate that. Take ownership of your learning. And so while you're here, this goes along with being present and actively participating. While you're here, you're in control of your learning experience. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So take ownership of this opportunity. Collaborate with others. This is a wonderful opportunity to meet peers. Maybe Hitesh has a business that Nicole can work with and partner with. You never know. We've seen that happen in our series before. So always keep an open mind. Be flexible and adaptable. So our series is pretty fine-tuned at this point, right? We've been doing this series for quite some time. This is our seventh iteration, I believe, of this series. And so in a lot of ways, we have it down to a science. But we also want you to be open and be flexible. Sometimes we'll throw in an additional video. Sometimes we'll ask an additional question. So we want you to be open to that. Have fun and enjoy the experience. Loosen up, uh, you know, uh, take your guards down, whatever it is, that will help you feel more comfortable in the space. You're in good hands, parents, they're in good hands. And so we want you to enjoy the experience, have fun. We like to have a lot of fun. Sometimes we'll throw in fun activities like I just showed, just to kind of loosen everyone up. Any questions about student engagement and expectations? All right. In my line of work, they say wait 8 seconds. I waited the 8 seconds. So, if anyone had any thoughts, they'd be able to share. All right. So, as a part of our series, we also offer a Google Classroom. And so, in the Google Classroom, you have access to all the resources that are being covered in the series. So, if you want to go ahead and scan the QR code, and have no fear, these links will be available to you whenever we send classroom reminders, for you to have access to that. But if you want to go ahead and get into the system now, you could definitely do that. Let me actually see if we have time. I can actually show you the Google Classroom. Interesting. I'm scrolling up and down and it's not coming up. One second. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's not showing in my Google, but I did scan the QR code and it brings me right to the classroom. So I apologize about that. But let me know if you can get into the Google Classroom using the QR code. Nicole, were you able to get in? Hitesh, were you able to get in? Okay, she's shaking her head. Yes. Okay. All right. So as long as you were able to access it, I can figure out my glitch on my end another time. All right. So we are going to keep moving forward. So as to not prolong the time, I think, Miss Rosie, I'm going to skip the pregame. We might need a little bit more time for that. Um, but I want to just leave it open for questions if there are any. This is the end of our orientation. So again, classes start tomorrow at 6:30. We're going to kick it off with what we call a pre-gain. So we're going to be doing a pre-assessment tomorrow during the class. So I hope that's okay since we're running a little bit over time. And then I'll also say, I know that there was some questions specifically about the internship, but I will say that also in addition to that, or I should say, um, you know, just for the series alone, we also always choose a top scholar. So our top scholar is the top performer of the series. So that means you have great attendance, you have great participation, you're actively engaged, we hear your voice, we see you in the chat, you successfully complete your end of course and submit your end of course project. And so that top scholar will be chosen based on those criterias and will be given a monetary gift as a way to show appreciation and dedication of being a top scholar. And so I just wanted to make sure you all are aware of that. Just an incentive to get you all to, continue to be actively engaged here with us in the series. I'm going to stop sharing so we can see each other. Thank you so much. And parents, please feel free to unmute if you have any questions. Again, we'll be happy to answer those. Hopefully this orientation was helpful and gave you better insight about the series.
Miss Latoya, if I may, I actually just wanted to maybe allow some of our newer instructors to have a few words if they're still on the line. I'm not even sure. I'm looking now to see Looks like I know we have Dr. Mimi
Dr.
still there.
Mimi's on. Yes.
Yeah, so if we could get maybe Dr. Mimi, because she'll be teaching some of the upcoming classes, and I believe Miss Robinson just dropped off. Just wanted to give just, a little bit of like a hello to the students who you'll be working with over the next few weeks. You're
But
muted.
you have to unmute.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you all hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So it's just been nice and refreshing to listen to Latoya and you going into details in reference to what the next few weeks are going to look like. I just want to say, it's great to hear you talk about, we're going to look at top scholar. We're going to make sure that, they're appreciated for, being dedicated to the program. But I would say that with a program like this, what you put in it is what you're going to get out of it, right? So if you're committed, if you pay attention, if you're taking notes, you're going back and looking at the materials, so that you're better prepared for the next lesson or for the next class. It's only going to be great if you put in the work, right? Otherwise, it's almost going to be like you're spinning your wheels, and we don't want anybody to spin their wheels. We want success stories. So I think I will speak, I mean, if you permit me, Rosie, for everybody here that's a faculty member or part of the administrative team, we want the best for each and every one of the students that are on this call tonight. We want you to take away from this program something that you can, do good with tomorrow. As Rosie mentioned that, okay, the top scholars or the folks that will be picked to go to Puerto Rico are going to do peer-to-peer, basically knowledge transfer. That on its own speaks volume, right? Imagine yourself a few weeks from now gathering all this information and being able to pass it on. It's really about passing it on, right? It's really about giving back what you've basically digested in terms of knowledge. And it's so rewarding. And I can almost say that's why I do what I do. I think I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, I'm a professor because I enjoy giving back what I've acquired throughout the years. So I think it goes without saying that coming to class every day and being focused and being present, being in a place where you cannot be distracted, there's no noise, is going to, take you further, and it's going to give this foundation or place this foundation that we have for you here, make your future career or business endeavors more successful, and basically lay a great foundation for you. I'm looking forward to doing this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of opportunities for growth for me, the faculties, and some of you. We can learn from our students as well. That's what I've learned over the years. I'm a lifelong scholar. I'm always open to learning. So please come ready, be ready to give it your all, and be ready to absorb everything that we're going to be pouring out to you. So thanks very much, and I look forward to teaching, growing, and working with all of you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Mimi. Anyone else? Ms. Tiana, would you like to address the scholars, just perhaps about any future communication they can expect from you? Oh, we can't hear you, Ms. Tiana. Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we can't hear you.
Well, just to speak on behalf of our HR director, she is going to be the one calling you all, texting. She's going to set up the WhatsApp group chat along with our executive assistant, Diana. So if you see some information coming through the WhatsApp, you all did sign up to, participate in that as far as like communication. So make sure that you join the group that they create for us. The other thing is, tell your parents. Hopefully all your parents are already aware, right? Because it's required. If you're under the age of 18, it's required that your parent signs off. We've had a couple of hangups, like literal hangups, when Miss Tiana tried to call today. And so we want to make sure that all of the parents are aware that this is going on, that this is happening, that you are part of this program now, and that we just need to make sure that they're on board with it, right? Because we're going to be communicating not only with you all, but with your parents. So make sure that you're communicating that information with your parents. And if they are unaware, then we have a problem because they are the ones who are signing off on the applications. So we just want to make sure that that is not, that is, that doesn't become a thing over the next 8 weeks. And then for just echoing Dr. Mimi, you get out what you put in. So make sure you're putting in your best. Make sure you put your best foot forward. I see already we have some scholars on the line who seem to be really, really interested and engaged. Really, your interest seems to be piqued, and it's just really exciting and refreshing to see young people wanting to learn, right? Especially this particular topic when we're talking about business and entrepreneurship and all of the various facets of business and entrepreneurship. There's a lot to learn. And so you're going to learn, and there's going to be some work involved. I don't want you all to participate thinking that this is all fun. It is fun. We do have fun, but there is work involved as well. And just because the program is free doesn't mean that it's a free pass. There is work involved, and we have high expectations for anyone who is participating. So that being said, we welcome you guys to SOAR. I'm very excited as the founder and CEO of this organization. This is my lifelong dream, to work with scholars such as yourselves, to give back what was given to me, and to so many other of our instructors and so many other of our executive team members. Someone poured into them, and that's why we're here today doing the same. And so this is our way to pay it forward. And we just want you all, I'm sorry, I didn't realize my video was off. Thank you so much, Isabel. We want you all to walk away with that same sort of mindset, right? You give, we give, and then you continue to give, to others. And that's one of the things that we're going to do in Costa Rica as well. So very excited about this, very excited about this cohort. And we're looking forward to getting started. Back to you, Miss Latoya.
All right. I think Miss Rosie said it all. If no one else has any other questions, we will see you here tomorrow, 6:30, same place, same link. Please feel free to ask any questions while you have Miss McCamery here. She'll be joining the classes too, but this is an opportune time to ask any questions you may have. Thank you, Hitesh. Thank you for being here. Thanks, Nicole.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you guys for joining tonight. We look forward to working with you over the next 8 weeks. Come with your thinking caps on. Have a great evening. You as well, Shreya. Good night, everyone. I'm